everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So in last week's vlog, I was talking about how I was feeling really overwhelmed with German, and honestly, yeah, I was kind of burnt out from it. And here's the thing, I was feeling so bad because I was feeling burnt out and so exhausted from it, but at the same time, like, I wasn't actually putting in that much effort into it. And I think I was just feeling so overwhelmed with the idea of how much I still need to learn that was causing like my burnout. So I am feeling better about that now. I did get a little pep talk from my mother-in-law. She's like kind of my unofficial German teacher in the moment, and I feel like every quarter I get like a little therapy session from her to give me motivation to keep going. But also this morning I woke up and I thought, okay, it's a new week, it's Monday, I need to get out of this rut that I'm in, I need to continue, and I need to find a different approach and find different like techniques for learning. Because here's the thing, I think learning a new language is such a process, and there's so many different stages. You know, you're a beginner, you're intermediate, and then you can become advanced. And I don't think you can take the exact same approach throughout all those stages. So I think that every once in a while, even if it's like annually, I think you need to go back and kind of review your approach to how you are learning. So that's kind of been what I've been doing the last few days. Last night I was watching a video from, what's her name? I'll put it on the screen. This one German teacher on YouTube. And I think it's actually her most popular video, so if you go to her channel, it'll be there right in the front. But she pretty much talks about what to do if you're studying German or any language or anything, and then you just feel like you're not getting anywhere with it. And I really liked her explanation and her theory behind it. She was saying that the more you learn something, the more that you know that you don't know. That is so complicated. Pretty much, the more advanced you become in a language, the more you realize like how much further you have to go, and then it gets really overwhelming because you're knowing like, okay, there's just so much more that I need to know for me to be fluent in this. Whereas, you know, when I was back in A1 German, I was so happy when I could say a sentence, you know, and every little advancement was very exciting. But now it's just different. So pretty much what she was recommending, like if you're kind of feeling this feeling of overwhelmingness and kind of like you're burnt out a bit from this, she said just like take a solid break, you know, just one day, don't even think about German, don't even think about the language that you're learning, or do something that's actually enjoyable in that language, like listening to some music or watching a movie that you know very well in your native language, and then just watch that in German. So that's what I was doing last night, and just like really, I don't know, just actively trying not to worry about it. And then that brings us to this morning. So this morning I found another girl, I'll leave her like YouTube name here, and she's like a polyglot, I'm pretty sure. Like, she speaks so many languages. But she made one video about how she learns German and the resources that she uses. So I wrote down like all the stuff that she was recommending, and there's like this German grammar drills book and German grammar and usage. And here's the thing, so I remember like probably a year ago I made a video about German, about like free resources that you can use to learn German. I'll link that below. But I think, you know, it's different for different stages in your language learning process. When you're a beginner, then like, heck yeah, go and get that free stuff, because it's all going to be new to you and you can learn so much from it. But I do think that when you're going into the intermediate or advanced part of your language learning, I think you need to invest a little bit into it. And not just like time and effort, but you also might need to invest a bit of money into it. And so I've already decided that in a few weeks when I'm back in Germany, I'm going to order these books and actually put some investment into my language learning. So that is my day today, trying to get out of this rut that I've been in for honestly probably the last few weeks to the last month. I've been feeling very bleh about my German and about a lot of other things too. So today's the day. I'm going to learn some German. I need to do a solid workout today too, because I haven't worked out in a few days. And yeah, I think I need to also work on eating a bit better. It's been really busy at my family home right now. We're doing a lot of work. My parents are painting their whole house and we're decluttering and organizing all of our kids' rooms and everything. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and so we're pretty busy with that. And I think that we've kind of taken a hit with our diet a bit. So some days I feel like I'm just eating bread. And it's okay, well, I'm not eating too many calories or anything. I'm not overeating, but I am just eating very basic carbohydrates. And so I need to maybe make something a little more nutritiously dense for this evening. But I think now I'm going to do a little bit of German studying. One of the resources that this one girl recommended was German.net, and she says that there's lots of reading comprehension exercises and test quizzes, and they have it in different levels as well. So I'm gonna do maybe a few of those now to kind of, I don't know, just to jump in. Welcome back. It is now early afternoon. I went for a walk. I had my workout. I did a shorter workout, but it was pretty intense intervals, so it was very exhausting. I had my shower, and also totally before that I did some reading comprehension, and it was kind of nice. I like this one because it's not a short story. It's actually just a few paragraphs and then you answer questions, so you can do a few of them and not feel too overwhelmed, which is really good. And I think that is the trick, is to just not do so much that it's overwhelming, and doing a little bit every day. I think that is what's gonna be the best long term. The other thing that I did actually when I was going through the reading comprehension is I was writing out all of the words that I don't know, and then later I translated them. Some of them I've heard a lot before, some of them not so much, but I think that's a good thing to do, to write them down. I remember in my last German class, one of my teachers was saying oh, it's a bad thing to translate it to English, it's a bad thing to translate it to your native language, because then you're always going back and forth and you're always just translating. And she was saying, instead of translating it to your native language, then find a synonym in German for it. But like, yeah, I agree with that to a point, but also if you don't know any of the synonyms, then how is that even going to be possible? So, you know, I'm okay with translating it to English. I think that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to dive back into my German studies. I think I'm going to be reading a little bit out of my book and also writing down the vocabulary that I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But I am just going to limit myself to reading a few pages, no more, so that I don't get overwhelmed like every other time that I'm doing this. Yeah, so I am reading The Hunger Games in German. I'm not reading any like special, you know, B1, B2, A2 book. I'm just reading a normal novel. Like, this is a youth novel, but I don't think that the level of German is any lower than a normal German novel. So it is a little bit more advanced of a text, but I think if in control, I think that could be a good thing. So I'm going to do that now. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you will feel a little bit encouraged, especially if you're learning a new language, especially if you are learning German. German is no picnic. It is hard. It is a lot of work to learn a second language, and oh gosh, especially like your first second language it can be very challenging, and I know it takes a long time and a lot of effort, and so just know that it is not easy for me. I am also struggling a lot with it, and I hope that, you know, maybe you guys can relate to this. Like, hopefully not that you're struggling, but just know if you are struggling that a lot of other people are in the same boat. So I just want to send out some encouragement to you guys to, yeah, maybe reevaluate your situation or your methods for learning, and maybe take a bit of time off if you can afford that, if you can. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have some fun videos coming up. I'm actually doing a pretty big project video, and it's going to be like about German and about second languages. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see that when it comes out, and also give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!